How about we make some rainbow chocolate bars? Put a glass bowl over some hot water, then tip in 500 grams of white chocolate and 400 grams of sweetened condensed milk. Gently whisk them together and let them melt. Divide the mixture into 7 bowls and use food colouring to create a rainbow. Pour the red chocolate into a baking tray. Smooth out the surface, removing any bubbles. Then pour in the orange chocolate mixture. Smooth out the surface again. And repeat the process with yellow, green, blue, purple and pink layers of chocolate. Cover the surface with colourful sugar sprinkles. Then refrigerate the whole thing for 1 hour. Once it comes out of the fridge, use a sharp knife to cut the chocolate into cubes. You can then serve it up as a colourful and tasty snack for your favourite people.
No-fuss desserts are the best desserts, and so let's make 3 simple desserts with just 2 ingredients each. Strawberry ice cream with sugar syrup, cupcake with frosting, and a chocolate brownie with chocolate chips. They're easy to make and delicious at the same time. Cooking Company will take you one step at a time to prepare these 3 delicious desserts. Are you ready? All you need is 250 grams of frozen strawberries with 65 millilitres of sugar syrup. Blend it together to make a smooth consistency for our ice cream. Look at that. A beautifully refreshing flavour, perfect for summer parties. Now let's smooth it over with a spatula and stick it in the freezer for 3 hours. And there you have it. Delicious strawberry flavoured ice cream. How easy was that? Why not stick a fresh strawberry on top? Next, we're going to get some cake mix flour, 350 grams of that. Stick it in a bowl with 200 millilitres of sparkling soda. We're using strawberry flavoured Fanta, which adds a lovely pink colour. We whisk it away until it becomes mousse-like in texture. We can put that mousse-like mixture into a piping bag to pipe them into our moulds, ready to put in the oven. Bake at 180 degrees for 15 minutes. And voila, there we have it. Why not serve this with a dribble of vanilla frosting and a fresh strawberry? Lovely. Last but not least, we're going to melt 220 grams of dark chocolate chips in the microwave at 750 watts for 2 minutes. Stir it up so it all smooths out. Now we're going to need 3 different bowls for this next part. We need 4 eggs. First, we're going to put the egg whites to one side in a different bowl. Then, one by one, we're going to add our yolks to our chocolate mixture. Stir that in one at a time. Then we're going to get our egg white mixture and whisk it until it's really, really white and frothy, kind of like when you make meringue. Have you ever made meringue? Frothy heaven. Now we're going to spoon in a dollop of that at a time, one at a time, and mix it each time until it's all blended nicely together. Delicious. We're going to pour that into our cake mould. Then we're going to bake that in the oven at 180 degrees for 15 minutes. And when it's finished, why not sprinkle some icing sugar on top for decoration? Cut a slice and serve it with a dollop of ice cream. Wow, I would not mind a slice of that rich, gooey chocolate cake. See, it really is that easy. Just 2 ingredients, folks. Let's let's look at making some easy and delicious red velvet churros. Originating from Spain and Portugal, these are now enjoyed around the world. We are going to be making a red velvet version filled with yummy cream cheese that requires only 5 ingredients. These delicious churros will melt in your mouth, so get your aprons out and join Cooking Company as we take you on a step-by-step guide. Now all you need is some water, some sugar, some butter. Now we heat that on a low to medium heat, mix it together, and then we add our all-purpose flour, cocoa powder, and of course, red food colouring. Now we keep stirring it while it's sizzling away on the pan until it becomes a dough-like texture. Next, it's time to add the eggs. 2 eggs will suffice, and we give that a lovely whisk. Let's get our piping bag out. So we've put our mixture into a piping bag with a nozzle on the end which has a serrated edge, and we just pipe away till we've got our tray filled with churros. Then we're going to freeze that for 1 hour, then take them out and deep fry them. Lovely. Now it's time to add our cream cheese filling. So we'll poke a hole all the way through the middle, and with another piping bag we're going to just squeeze in and fill each one all the way through. Now comes the fun part. We're going to melt some chocolate. We've used white chocolate and dark chocolate here. You can use any chocolate you like. You can even dip it in caramel, coat it in cinnamon sugar like they do in Mexico, whatever takes your fancy. These are best enjoyed fresh. However, you can freeze them for a lasting treat. Absolutely gorgeous. Today we are going to make a traditional Italian dessert with a twist, the watermelon panna cotta. Panna cotta is a traditional Italian dessert that is made with heavy cream, sugar and vanilla. Get ready to bring Italy home as Cooking Company takes you one step at a time to create the delicious watermelon panna cotta. All you need is 10 grams of agar powder, 20 grams of sugar, put it in a pot on a stove, give it a little bit of a stir, and then we add our 200 millilitres of milk and 200 millilitres of whipping cream. We're going to give that another stir as it heats up on the stove. Let it become perfectly combined before removing it from the heat. Now this is going to be our panna cotta mixture. This is the white part of our gelatine dessert. We're going to then get a glass which we will tilt on its side and add our panna cotta mixture. The great thing about this recipe is it's so easy. It only requires 4 ingredients: your gelatine powder, agar is actually vegan gelatin powder, and your heavy cream, your milk, and your watermelon. And voila, there you have it. Now, we're going to put that in the fridge to chill for 1 hour so it sets nice. Meanwhile, we'll get a watermelon, cut it in half. Be very careful with this part. You'll need a nice big sharp knife to do that. You can actually choose any fruits you like. You could use blueberries with a blue coloured jello, or even raspberries. Now we're going to get a scoop. We can use an ice cream scoop to scoop out little pieces of the watermelon. We're going to keep doing this so we get quite a few scoops of watermelon out, let's say 5 or 6 for each glass of panna cotta dessert. Put those aside. Meanwhile, 10 grams of agar powder, 20 grams of sugar, again in the cooking pot. Give it a stir, making sure it's evenly distributed. Next, we're going to add 400 millilitres of water. That's all we need, folks. So we'll stir that, make sure all the agar powder and sugar has dissolved in the water. While it's heating, we want it to bubble away nicely. When it's been bubbling for a while, we're going to turn off the heat and remove the mixture from the stove. Now that is going to cool down, and while it's cooling, we'll add our watermelon chunks on top of our panna cotta mixture, which is now nicely set. And then we add our agar water, our vegan gelatin water mixture on top, all the way to the top of the glass. It looks great in a short glass like this. We're going to stick that in the fridge to chill for a further 1 hour. And when it's set and ready, we take it out and add our decorations. We're using a few sugar decorations. And why not add a few sprigs of green mint? It looks fantastic against the red and the white. Even the flowers are matching. I would not mind a scoop of that. Oof, how refreshing.